It is exhausting being in a relationship where the way you demonstrate affection has to be part of a conscious strategy to make your partner feel secure. I'm using the word strategy there because I'm talking about more than just intention. There will be many times in a loving relationship where we are intentional and thoughtful about how we demonstrate care towards our partner. We might even need to do some planning. I would say that's quite different from strategy, which often means anticipating and overcoming obstacles or facing off with an opponent. We might use the word strategy to talk about a football game, or to use a more extreme example, war. If we have to be strategic with how we demonstrate affection and care to our partner, that probably means that we are consistently anticipating their response. We're trying to keep them regulated because we don't want to have to deal with the fallout of their dysregulation. This is not a sustainable foundation for a relationship, and this is why I said in my last video that if he wanted to, he would, is quite a dangerous mindset. Now, in fairness, it's not that I think it's never applicable. It can be a useful provocation to get someone to realise that their partner is actually not going to provide an adequate amount of care. However, a lot of people have very different ideas of what adequate care is. And the dangerous part is that a lot of people follow how secure or not they're feeling as their guideline. And they don't recognise that they actually have a fundamental insecurity problem that they need to address. Lots of people say, well, it's about small things like text. It only takes 2 minutes to send a text. There's a lot I could say about this. I recommend Sydney Finn's content on this because she pulls no punches when she describes how vampiric this can be. Texts might be a small thing, but the reality that if I don't send this person a good night text, they're going to feel deeply insecure is not small at all. Yes, it's easy to send a text, but it's hard to be in a relationship where your partner feels daily anxiety that you're not thinking about them enough and holds you responsible for alleviating that anxiety through texting. It's exhausting. Or at least I find it exhausting. It's exactly the kind of thing that drove me out of my last relationship. Because as soon as I found one mechanism that seemed to work, mysteriously, something else would crop up that he wasn't happy about. And eventually I realised it was never going to be enough. He was always going to be, as Sydney Finn says, braced for disappointment. You know, when I broke up with him, the first question he asked was, is there someone else? And that was the perfect encapsulation of why I was leaving him. It's not actually my partner's job to make me feel secure. I would say it's his job to care about my feelings and to show me respect and care and affection, etc. But to pull from another creator I follow, Casey Davis, it's important that I maintain the boundary of understanding that while he has responsibilities towards me, he is not responsible for my feelings. Some people need to take all the analytical thinking that they are doing about their partner or romantic interest and turn it back on themselves. Sometimes he's not thinking about me enough needs to become, why do I need constant reassurance that he is thinking about me?